Hey guys, you got it 16 here, and today we're going to take a look at the Lexus LFA. It costs $2 million, so it's very expensive, but is it good? You will see it in this video. Alright, we will start off with the acceleration. Is it fast or is it not? We're using all the same tunings on every car, so if you want to know them, just say it in the comments. They're all ultra parts, so yeah. It goes from 0 to 100 in 2.10 seconds, so that's faster than the average, but not the fastest. But it is actually pretty damn fast. Alright, it goes from 0 to 200 in 6.10 seconds, and from 0 to 300 kilometers in 12.65 seconds. And that's the fastest I have in my list. And if you want to see the list, it's in the description below. And the top speed is not very interesting. The top speed without nitros is 350 kilometers per hour, and with nitros it is 380 kilometers. So that's just like every other car in Need Speed World, so that's not very interesting. Alright, and when you crashed into something, you maybe want to use nitros, because nitros is really effective on this car. So as you can see soon in the video or now, nitros is very effective on this car, so if you crashed into something and you want to get back into the race, then just use your nitros and a comeback can be easily made. Alright, now we'll go further with the handling, and this is something that you really have to learn about this car, because what I mean with that is the handling is just difficult. You'll just have to learn how to handle this car right. First of all, when you have this car, you think the handling isn't that good because you've got some understeer and it's a bit slippery sometimes, a little bit. And yes, you really need to learn it, but when you know how to handle this car, the handling is pretty damn good. Look, you will have to brake into corners. You can't go with 250 kilometers in a corner like the Lotus Elise did, but it's actually very good. You'll have to learn it, and first of all, many people will think it is bad, but at the first time. But when you learn how to handle this car, it can be pretty good. But if you have difficulties with handling a car in Need Speed World already, then I recommend to buying a BMW M1 Pro car or the Lotus Elise, because these cars are very easy to handle and it got really fast times on my test track. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the race. What will you have to do to win a race with this car, or is it just not possible because the car isn't that good? Alright, the acceleration is really fast like I said, so that's also a reason why handling is sometimes very difficult. But when you know how to handle this car, the handling can be pretty damn good. You got some understeer like I said, so you really need to know how to handle this car, but handling cars in Need Speed World isn't that difficult. But such you can see here already, dodging traffic with this car is something that's really important, because the car is, you know, pretty damn wide, and I don't know why. But I don't know if it's wide, but it's like the car is really wide. It's just like you're driving a bus or something like that, because you know, dodging traffic with this car is very difficult, and with a Lotus Elise, for example, it's just impossible to hit traffic with the car. But if you know how to handle this car, like I said, it's very easy to win a race with this car, because the acceleration is sometimes so fast that handling this car is very difficult, and you don't know when you will have to brake and when you know, I think you know what I mean. But the lap times, it got a 3rd place, and that's really good. It isn't faster than the Lotus Elise and the BMW M1 Pro car, so I recommend the BMW M1 Pro car more than this one, because it's more like noob friendly. But you know, the car is still pretty damn good, and if you are a more experienced Need for Speed World player, or you are playing many other you know, driving games, and this car will be something that you will like. And you really need to learn how to drive this car sometimes, and if you know how to drive it, then it's really good, because the overall is also very high. You get a, with ultra parts, 792, so that's the highest you can get with every money car you can buy in this game. but it's a second faster than the Porsches, and yes, now it's time to rate the car, you know, give it a grade and saying do I recommend it or not. Alright, I do it a bit different now because the previous videos I just gave it one grade, so like 7 out of 10 or something like that. But now I do it just different. I give a grade on acceleration, race performance, so like in the lap times, and handling. Alright, handling is good on this car, but you really need to know how to handle this car. So it's a 7 out of 10 because it's good, but you need to know how to handle it. So I would give the acceleration a 9 out of 10 because it's really fast, and yeah, you know, it can really be faster. The race performance also a 9 because you know, it's really good to cut to the top 3. So it's really fast, and the handling a 7 out of 10 because you need to learn it, and if you know how to drive the car, then I would give it an 8 out of 10 because it's just good, but you need to know how to handle it. So that's the reason I give it a 7 out of 10 instead of an 8 out of 10 or something like that. So that would give a score of 8.3 out of 10, so that's the highest yet. But more cars will come, and maybe we'll get one that's better. I just want to thank you for watching. Request a car in the comments, and maybe I will do it next time. Yes, and first of all, like this video if you liked it, and yes, I'll see you next week, people. Have a great weekend or something like that.